It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, quickly approaching this year's All-Star break. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Detroit Pistons. This Detroit group has been getting things done. The game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And a chance to check out Kyle Lowry here, one of the more underrated guards in the league, but he is as tough a matchup as you will find.
I call him the little pit bull. You know, I actually seen him, the late great Eggman, who was assistant general manager in Memphis at the time, introduced me to him. Fantastic leader, tons of passion, great will to win. Doesn't get enough credit, man, and he shoots the 3-ball just with anybody in the league.
Took him a long time to become an all-star, but now you can pretty much pencil him in.
That's right, Ernie. And when he gets a hot hand, he can absolutely take over a game with his shooting. And his passer reminds me of my main man, Pistol Pete Maravich, straight out of LSU.
Wow, that'll do it for now. Almost time for tip. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Is assembled at the Air Canada Center, looking for a Raptors victory here in Toronto. And we've got it live right here on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. On the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. First game of this trip here for the Pistons. They're hoping to start it off with a W. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a great dribble penetrator, but three-pointers are not his focus. He said, I feel like I can get to the basket at will, so it feels like settling. Instead, I could have gotten fouled, got free throws, or an easier shot. I'm not discrediting the three-pointer at all. I know I can shoot it. I just don't. Kevin?
And three-pointers certainly on the rise. We'll see if he sticks to his guns. DA, thank you. All-Star break coming up fast. A good chance for players to heal up and get right for the back half of the season. Steve, how is this going to affect things, do you think?
You know, I think guys getting a chance to heal up, get a chance to take care of your injury. Sometimes you have that nagging ankle injury that can't get right. 4 or 5 days off sometimes can help it.
And mentally, I'm sure it's good for you too, right?
You want to go get some sun somewhere. Well, maybe not in Miami.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Prez out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Three-pointer, Lowry, up again. Goes up with it again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
When a guy as big as Valanciunas gets the ball that deep, quite often the only answer is to foul him.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
Valanciunas, he'll show you flashes of dominance, and then sometimes you can't find him. Clearly the potential is there for him, and he feels consistently on the verge of breaking out.
Good on both. For Valanciunas, it isn't like his numbers aren't productive. He's come close to averaging a double-double for quite some time. You were talking about this the other day, Steve, but you just know that he can be so much more.
Yeah, sometimes it takes longer for big guys to develop. You have to be patient with a guy like Valanciunas. He's been in the league for a while now, but remember, he's still only 24 years old.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Now here is Lowry. Really struggled in the loss against Minnesota. He feeds it to Valanciunas. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Valanciunas had his hands up and ready on that catch and shoot. He wanted it.
Raptors on defense, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball. They have no one to blame but themselves in losing that one.
And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance. No good from Ross. And here are the Pistons. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Really, a combination of smart coaching and even better execution. When you have that, the game comes easily to you.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw tonight.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Lowry with the ball. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Here's DeRozan. Rebound by the Pistons. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course went on to win it.
They forced the issue and made the defense hack them to death last game. I'm sure they'll try to mirror that same attack in this one.
There's the screen. Jackson dishes to Prez. And the call will be against Prez.
Come on now.
That's his
We're better
first
than
foul.
that. Pick it up, boys.
Here is Lowry. Kicks it to Patterson. The baseline J.
And I love how energetic Prez is, always doing his best to annoy shooters on their attempts.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. A stupendous finish in traffic. Drummond's got 5.
He is thinking one step ahead there. As soon as the shot goes up, he's getting in position to grab the offensive board.
Inside. Patterson, that's good.
Dwayne Casey's one of those guys. Watching him coaching his Raptors, he has passion on the sideline, and he works extremely hard. He's such a competitor, pacing up and down on the sideline. Dwayne Casey is a hard worker.
Count it.
A risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Some players have a hard time when they're giving up so many inches, but he doesn't.
Here's Lowry, following the score by Reggie Jackson.
Good from Valanciunas there to shrug off the defender and finish the play.
The Pistons leading. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Prez. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Inside DeRozan. 14 feet away. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. For Detroit, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game up. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
That would have been a good time to just keep it simple. No need to rush that pass.
Jackson against Lowry. It's Patterson atop the key. Left side, DeRozan. That ties the game. DeRozan's got his first points of the game.
DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
There's the pick. Down low, Drummond. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And Steve, the screen roll, such a fundamental play in NBA offenses. Who are the best roll men, do you think, in the NBA?
DeAndre Jordan does a nice job. Tristan Thompson. Anthony Davis is a guy who can screen and roll. He gets out of it pretty quick. Blake Griffin does a nice job. So a lot of different.
Come on, gentlemen. Let's go. Our defense on Lowry has got to be better, gentlemen. I don't care where he is on the court. We've got to lock him down. I want us to deny him the basketball. Work hard and stay on top of him. It starts right now, fellas. Let's go.
A few months for Johnson.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
The Raptors shooting just about an even 40% to start. To the wing on the left. And Patterson kicks to DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, so athletic, rising up to slam it home. Great finish.
Morris outside. Prez Prez with the screen for Morris. He kicks it to Prez, and it's blocked. And it's on a bounce to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. Some changes for Toronto. Damari Carroll's checked in for Patterson. Norman Powell comes in for Terrence Ross. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And Detroit with a change here, too. Harris is checked in. A three-pointer is right on target. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here's Joseph. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And here is Powell. Clock at 4. Here's Sullinger. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Raptors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. So Detroit. And Toronto has possession. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Ross and Patterson are the forwards. Corey Joseph is out there with Lowry, and it's Valanciunas in its center. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Harris with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. There's a screen. Here's Caldwell Pope. Second chance shot, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
I mean, gritty intensity on the glass. Prez is never going to back away from a challenge.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Tobias Harris. The Pistons have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. That free throw good from Prez. It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, but to make it official, Prez has been invited and will be a part of the Rising Stars game at All-Star Weekend.
And you know what? He's one of the most talked about rookies in recent memory. So it was a foregone conclusion that he'd be a part of this event. Should be a fun one all around.
A large part of All-Star Weekend is having the best of the best all gathered in one city. Prez will be among those in attendance once the festivities get underway.
And what a great feeling it has to be for Prez and everyone else to just get to relax and enjoy the game of basketball. All-Star Weekend is completely for the fans, and all these great players are still fans of the game.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Spurs got the job done. He finished with 24 points and did his work on the boards, rounding it off with some stellar defense. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Okay, Dave, thanks for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
He will remember that one for the rest of his life.
Here's Jackson. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket. Outside Jackson. That's good from Prez on the assist by Jackson.
Keep the energy up.
Prez has got 5 points so far.
And Prez scores from anywhere, inside, outside. This guy does it all.
Outside Lowry. Here's Patterson. Again, Toronto.
He is just getting hotter as the game goes along, building on a strong start. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second quarter.
The dish to Caldwell Pope. Feeds to Prez. Here's Jackson, and another 3 for Detroit.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Valanciunas with a screen on Caldwell Pope, and stolen by Drummond. And here we go, the Pistons fast break, and Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Raptors trail by 5. Lowry passes to Patterson, and Jackson with the block. They get it back.
Look at Prez rise up with a timely block. So good at reading the opposition and getting high with those rejections.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Prez with the screen for Caldwell Pope. but they recover it. Here's Prez. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And it's a 7-point Detroit lead.
Good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Here's Lowry. And that time, also a missed shot. The Pistons have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
You never want to give him an open look from outside because he will flat out burn you from there.
Guard it.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused.
3-point shots now, Smitty, than ever. Is it time to retire that cliche and say, you know, well, it's part of the game. That's a standard in the game.
You know, Kevin, no. I think the Warriors just have an asterisk. That's it, because they won the championship.
So good.
They won the championship, and if they keep winning, you keep saying
I
Warriors.
approve that steal.
But if you don't win the championship,
Presidential party.
yes, you keep shooting the 3-ball, but you might want to find a way to hit some 2s because everybody can't shoot it like the Warriors.
Sullinger's checked in for Valanciunas. Here's Patterson. And again, no good by Toronto.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Nothing is falling for them right now. That could have been a huge bucket.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
Absolutely. Prevented an easy bucket. Fantastic D.
The Pistons making a change here. Smith is checked in for Detroit. They have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. He's off on the first. For the Pistons, Hill comes in for Drummond. And it's Stanley Johnson in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Good on the second free throw. Raptors trail by 11. Now Powell. 5 points in the game. Pass to Sullinger. Outside Lowry. Raptors moving the ball around. Such a wide open look. Patterson's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Toronto.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Sullinger. Damari Carroll's checked in for Toronto. And the first half is now in the books. The Pistons on top, ending the second quarter with a 13-5 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Wayne. Not the night you want so far. What do you see happening out there?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo. And I don't know what it is. I care less about offense. You know, we're going to score. That's not the problem. It's making up our mind and having a commitment to the defensive end.
Okay, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we want it more than them. Now stay focused, guys. Let's win this game and go home.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You look at Patrick Patterson, he's really playing well.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
I love to watch active defenders like him who never make anything easy for the opposition. He embodies great D.
On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Marcus Morris is out there with Prez, and it's Drummond in at the 5.
And there is that patience of Lowry with the pick and roll, took what the defense gave him.
What do one thing we know about Lowry, he isn't afraid of the big moment, for better or for worse. And Steve, when there is a game-deciding possession, he makes sure to either take the shot or certainly be active in the play.
What you love about Kyle Lowry is that he has a short memory. A bad play or missed shot does not deter him. He comes right back figuring he can make the next play, and he makes a lot of big shots for his team.
Now, here's Valanciunas after the miss from Andre Drummond. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Lowry. Passes to Patterson. Lets it go with the 3. Lowry drives in. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Raptors. Valanciunas, 8 points for him. Patterson, soft touch off the glass. Patterson's got 14 points.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Morris dishes to Prez. And Drummond kicks to Caldwell Pope. The Pistons rebound. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. That one falls for Jackson. And so many players in the NBA, Smitty, are passionate about giving back to their communities, lending a helping hand to that next person to help them reach their dreams. And I know it's a cause that's close to your heart. So why is this so important to players like yourself?
Well, it's so important, Kevin, because I think in all walks of life, there's somebody that's helped you. And I had the opportunity to get a chance to help others. And I learned this from my parents, especially my mom. She was the foundation of our family and the community.
And I know one of the big contributions you've made is back to your university up in East Lansing, Michigan State, with a huge donation that they are very thankful for.
Yeah, just the synergy I had with Michigan State, also my high school, being able to give back, and especially providing a scholarship for kids to get a chance to have a scholarship to attend Michigan State University.
Toss in the corner. The 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Dishes to Caldwell Pope. To the paint. Here's Prez. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game. And what makes Prez special is his passion for the game. Any weakness he has, he works tirelessly to make it a strength.
Now, here's Lowry. The feed to DeRozan. Detroit with the rebound. Prez has got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low, Drummond, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. And he can't get the first one. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And Patterson kicks to Lowry. And again, Toronto with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the inside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
That one misses. Here's Toronto now. They're on a 14-6 run. To the middle. Here's Ross. And he hits it to tie the game up. Ross has got 5 points in the quarter.
He delivered that pass right on the spot to his teammate who was on the move.
On the wing, Jackson. Now recovering. Caldwell Pope against DeRozan. Here's Prez. No good on that one. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
DeRozan gets the bucket.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Pistons trail by 3. Jackson kicks to Morris. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And stolen by Patterson. Here's Ross. And that one drops. Ross has got 7 points.
He has size, but the first step of Terrence Ross is what makes him so good on the drive.
Now here's Prez. Guarded by Valanciunas. Prez passes to Drummond. Morris outside. Shoots the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Total collapse on defense there. You can't let a good shooter like him get a clear look at the basket from outside.
DeRozan against Caldwell Pope. Ross dishes to Lowry. From downtown, Prez with the rebound. Prez has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Something seems off with him tonight. Maybe it's his rhythm or his timing. Fortunately, his teammates are playing well enough to keep them ahead.
Toronto's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. The drive by Lowry. And it's sent back by Drummond. But they'll get another chance. Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. The shot by Lowry, no good. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Morris outside. He dishes it to Jackson. Down low and stolen by Patterson. Ross with it. He has 7. And the basket by DeRozan.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
Pistons trail by 3. Prez kicks to Drummond. To the inside. Prez. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head, and next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Raptors have been shooting right around 70. Detroit's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Lowry out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's Terrence Ross. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Sullinger in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. The Raptors shooting 47%. Pretty solid. For 3, Ross. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Harris. The Pistons shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Prez with the ball. Sullinger's there. Harris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Prez passes to Drummond. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Drummond's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pistons. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. It's rebounded by Prez. Prez has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. This one for 3. And there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist from Prez. Prez has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Lowry. And there's the pass to Ross. Trying to find Valanciunas. It's to him.
Valanciunas over the last few years has always been pretty good offensively. And also now on the defensive end, he's a guy that's not a liability. He has taken large strides to improve in that area.
Looking at Valanciunas and his defense, he seems to be a lot more decisive in his action, Steve. Seems like a small thing, but that means so much at his level.
Yeah, Jonas is not hesitant on the rotations and charging out to the perimeter. He's playing with more confidence on the defensive end. He'll be all right.
The offensive rebound, Drummond. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 6. Inside. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. And that's now 9 points for Jared Sullinger. Jackson kicks to Prez. They set the pick. Down low. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Prez with the ball. Sullinger picks him up. Here's Harris. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Got that one up quick. Now just a 1-point Piston lead.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And he makes the first. And Harris drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Jackson against Lowry. Sullinger the screen. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. DeRozan's got 14 points now in the second half. Jackson passes to Prez. To the paint. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Love the ball movement. Prez is really spacing out the court well with his passing.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Morris is checked in for Detroit. At the elbow, Sullinger. 6 to shoot. Here's Valanciunas. That shot is off. And the Pistons now going the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Morris kicks to Prez. He feeds it to Drummond. Pass to Prez. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Caldwell Pope. Pistons keep it alive.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
No good on that one.
And the number of fouls he's drawn has resulted in a bunch of trips to the line. So even if he doesn't make a ball, it still had a positive effect.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Raptors.
And the charity stripe once again proving to be the Achilles heel for him. His free throws have been way off the mark.
Pistons leading by 3. Caldwell Pope kicks to Drummond. It's stolen by Lowry. Now the Raptors moving it up. Lowry leading the charge. And DeRozan throws it down.
Keep your head on a swivel with DeRozan on the floor. He'll finish way up top with an alley-oop.
The Pistons have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Now here's Prez. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Patterson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Detroit's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Goes up the baseline. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The first one falls. And Morris drops them both. Toronto trailing. Here's Lowry. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
It's not often you see that kind of mental lapse. He just lost track of where he was.
Valanciunas against Drummond. And Valanciunas kicks to Lowry. Just 5 to shoot. Ross for 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Morris with the bucket. Here's Lowry. Outside DeRozan. Kicks to Valanciunas. Lots of room. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
Jackson passes to Prez. And Drummond kicks to Morris. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
That's just terrific ball movement to get his teammate a wide open shot.
There's a minute 47 left in the 4th quarter. Feeds to Ross. Here's Patterson. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Pistons leading by 3. Morris outside. Prez with the screen for Morris. Prez kicks to Drummond. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope sinks the triple. Caldwell Pope's got 6 in the quarter.
You never want to give him an open look from outside because he will flat out burn you from there.
Screen by Valanciunas. Rosen dishes to Lowry. Fires the 3. The shot missing. Some solid defense there from Jackson. He kicks to Prez. Patterson against Drummond. Prez. Nice D from Valanciunas.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
And that kind of tier defense is crucial to any team's success. Gotta defend the paint.
This game is ours. Let's draw it up. Come on. We have worked too hard to walk out of here without a W. He has 10 points in the paint. We've got to make it.
Let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Dwayne Casey talk to his team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That was just a cold-blooded play there from Valanciunas. Not fazed at all by the situation.
There's 39 seconds left in the 4th. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
He steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
And the Raptors call time here. They're behind by 5. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter. We've got 33 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope. Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 27 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 27 seconds left in the game. DeRozan with it. Guarded now by Morris.
DeRozan simply rising to the occasion with that make. Huge shot.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And it's Detroit's ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Mr. President, 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Every little bit helps. Outstanding work hitting those free throws.
Patterson passes to DeRozan. Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
And so the Pistons take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez. For some guys, a double-double is a great night, but he makes it a regular occasion, and it's an occasion his teammates never get tired of seeing.
His work distributing the basketball was tremendous. Always had his head up, looking to create easy shots for his teammates. It motivates your team when a guy's passing like that. Makes them run lanes faster, cut to the basketball faster, and then that results in success.
Listen, this guy did some work inside tonight. See, I like seeing him burst through those gaps in the defense whenever he spotted a seam. He wasn't just settling for jump shots. He was going strong to thy paint.
And that is a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. See you again soon.